Okay, so we're learning Zohar. So we're explaining the ninth sphera, the sphera number 9, which is the Hod of Zeranpin, the splendor of the small face. And so the Creator spread out and spread forth on the Ziv, the radiance. The HaZiv is a light which shines out from one to another. It's like shining from one person to light up another person, towards another person. So on this Ziv, this radiance, this high radiance of the sphere of Hod, the ninth sphere of splendor, that means that the Hod, the splendor, was already included in the Netzach, in the victory. It was included in the Ziv and the Zohar. In Netzach, in the victory, the Hod was inside of it, inside of this light, this radiance and splendor, in a very refined and dak, it means thin, but what it means in this terminology is that it's like a very fine and faint, very very light, as in not very pronounced. So it's sort of the Hod was already in the Netzach, in the victory. It was kind of hidden, but it was inside of the light and the splendor of Netzach. And now it's spread out, its light spread and went to its place. And its place is here in the sphere of Hod, of splendor. And from the Netzach and the Hod, from these two spherots, so the prophecy is the light of the prophecy is shined down into the prophets. And don't think that the prophets rise up to the level of the prophets don't come up to these higher worlds of Hod and Netzach in order to receive the Nevuah. They don't have to go up, but there's a flow of light coming down from the Netzach and the Hod, from the victory and the splendor. It shines down and flows down into and reaches the prophets, and that's how they prophesize. That's like, it says that God sees the prophet, but the prophet doesn't see him. And also, the Hod is hidden. The splendor is hidden, and it's included in the Chesed of Netzach. So inside Netzach, you have all the Sphirot, and there's the Chesed, the kindness, loving kindness of victory. And that's where the splendor, the Hod, is hidden. Because Netzach and Hod, the victory and splendor, are actually really two parts of the same body, two sides of the same body. This is the right side, this is the left side, and it's really one body. And that is the 248 worlds that are going and are included in the Hod from the side of Netzach. So there's 248 worlds included in the Hod, included in the splendor, but it's not just in the splendor, it's in the splendor that comes from the side of Netzach, right? And what does that mean? It means even though that the Hod, the splendor, is on the left side, which is like judgments, but even so, it's included with the chesed of Netzach. The Hod, which is on the left side, which is judgments, is included inside the loving kindness of Netzach, which is the right side, and it's included in the loving kindness. So therefore, it receives the loving kindness, the chesed, right? And therefore, anybody who gets any kindness, any loving kindness, he receives, a loving kindness from heaven. So what does he do? He thanks God. And how do you thank God? It's from the side of Hod, because Hod, the word for splendor, Hod, it also comes the word Hodaya, which is to thank, lehodot. It's good to thank God, tov lehodot laHashem, right? So when do you thank God? When you receive chesed, right? You receive loving kindness. So, and the chesed is called on the name of Avraham. Abraham is, like we know, the spirit, chesed, loving kindness, is Abraham. Isaac, Yitzchak, is Gvura. Right? Yaakov, Jacob, is Tiferet. So Isaac is strength, Yaakov is compassion and beauty, is Tiferet. So since Abraham is chesed, right, is loving kindness, and Avraham, the gematria of the Abraham, the numerical value is 248, which is Ramach. So we said there's 248 worlds inside Hod, and Chesed is represented by Abraham, and Abraham is Aleph is 1, Bet is 2, together that's 3, Resh is 200, so far we have 203, and then Hey is 5, so that's 208, and then Mem is 40, so it's 248. So Avraham, like it says over here, Avraham, he's in Chesed, that's 248, which is a number of worlds which are in Hod. So you see they're included in each other and connected. So that's why you have in the Hod, in the splendor, you have this Hodaya, you have this thank you. You say thank you to God for all the Chesed. So that's why Hod is not just so much strict judgments. It's because it's all included in the loving kindness, which is in the victory. Okay. So the din, the judgments, that are in the Hod, that are in the splendor, they're hidden and sort of dissolved, and they're inside the loving kindness. Okay, so the Hod is like measured in the image of its master, which is the Yud of Chachma. So Yud is the 10th letter, and we know Chachma, that's the letter Yud, that's wisdom, And so Hod is also connected to the Yud of the wisdom, of the Chachma, by it's like weighed and measured in the image of its master, which is the Yud of wisdom. So what does that mean? Because Hod, the word Hod, is Hey, Vav, Dalid. The fifth letter, the sixth letter, and then the fourth letter. Hey, Vav, Dalid. So the Hey of Hod, the letter Hey, it's from the Bina. Bina is over here, up here. It's like the mother. So the letter Hey is represented in Bina. And then you have the second two letters, the Vav and the Dalid. So the Vav Dalid is the fourth letter and the sixth letter. Together, 4 and 6 is 10, so it's gematria of 10, which is the Yud of Chachma, because the Chachma is the letter Yud, right? So we have the letter Yud, which is the 10th letter. So we see that Hod is also connected very much to the wisdom, through the Yud. And the light of the wisdom, of the Chachma, it combines with the Bina, with the understanding, and what does it make? 10 and 5, you end up with 10 times 5, which is 50, right? 10 times 5, and that's the 50 gates of understanding. Chamishim Sha'arei Bina, the 50 gates of understanding. That's the 10 times the 5. Because the high Ima is mother, that's the Bina, is like the mother, the high mother, which is up above. So it spreads out its light down to Hod. It spreads and comes down all the way to Hod, to the splendor. That the splendor, the Hod, receives light from Ima, from mother, from the Bina. And it spreads from the 5 through the 5 sefirot that are from Bina to Hod. So we have Bina goes Chesed, Gvura, Tiferes, Netzach. Hod is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's like 5 levels, 5 sefirot, till from Bina to Hod, from understanding to splendor. And they are the secret of the 50 gates of wisdom. And it rides on 5. What does it mean it rides on 5? That the attribute of kingdom, the Malchut, which is a secret of the 5. How is it 5? How's the Malchut, the kingdom, 5? Because it has a letter Hey. The letter Hey is a 5th letter. So the aspect of Malchut has a letter Hey, which is the 5th letter. So therefore, it's also a secret of 5. And we know that it's in Netzach and Hod. It's in victory and splendor. Like it says, Ihu b'netzach v'ihu b'hod. It's in Netzach and it's in Hod. It's in victory and it's in splendor. And that's so the king. So the king, that these are the 248 worlds that these worlds are belong. These 248 worlds are belonging to the king, which is the secret of the loving kindness, which the loving kindness is the chasadim, the cheseds, the loving kindness that spreads out in it, and they're serving him. And therefore, the hod, the splendor, is the aspect of day from the side of chesed. So we have the loving kindness. The chesed is like daytime, like everything is shiny and bright. You can see everything in the light. That's day. Okay. And what's the aspect of night? That's from the side of the gvura, from the strength. So the strength is like the nighttime. It has judgments in it, and it goes down. So it goes. He goes down during the day, all the way down to the lowest sphere, which is the Malchut, the kingdom, in order to shine on it and light it up. And he goes up at night when it gets dark. What does it mean? When the Shekhinah, the divine presence, is in exile, which is similar to nighttime, so it goes up to its place. And it's written on the Hod. What's it written? The three letters Hey, Vav, Daled. The fifth, the sixth, and the fourth letter of the alphabet. So these three letters are written on it. What does that mean? That the Hey of Hod, the fifth letter of the alphabet, which is Hey, is Bina, and the next two letters, Vav and Daled, the sixth letter and the fourth letter, so those are together, 6 and 4 is 10. That's the wisdom, the Chokhmah. And the Creator put on Hod the Yud of Chokhmah, of wisdom, because the seal, like the stamp, the seal of the existence, is the letter Yud. Yud is the 10th letter of the alphabet, and it's like a little dot. And that's a secret of the seal of wisdom, like the stamp of wisdom, which is and that's the main thing of the three letters of Hey, Vav, Daled, of Hod. Okay, thank you, and we'll be learning some more tomorrow. B'ezrat Hashem.